Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. What we have today is I did some video footage of me working on the Dell Poweredge R710. What I did was I basically put a what you call it, a SSD in the CD drive bay, and I installed Windows Server 2016 to it, and I'm just basically using it to to hold files right now. It's at the conclusion of the video, I got it working great, but the one thing I did was I messed up, and here's a couple of things where I messed up at. The first mistake was I installed Windows Server 2016 on the wrong drive, so I had to rectify that. And the second thing was I installed it on the wrong drive because I had my RAID array running and I got confused as to which drive I was supposed to install things on. So basically, those two errors kind of coincide. That kind of led to me installing it on the wrong drive, but I just started over, and redid it and got it on the SSD. It runs quick, and then it serves files for me. Welcome back to my channel. Please enjoy what I have thus far. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what we have today to do is we'll have to see if we could get this optical drive here installed in place of this. It's actually for the solid state drive that I'm going to put in here. So let me push this back a little bit. And it's going to be a little trick to getting this out of here. I want to try to do it without disrupting too much stuff, but first I'm going to prepare the device that I want to install by opening it and installing the solid state drive in which I want to install. Let's see, hopefully this works. Let's see, I'm gonna first remove the optical line. Let's see if this is compatible. For sure it is. Alright, before I do all that, I got to get to the drive that I want to install here. Let's see here. So I have a 960 gigabyte solid state drive that I'm looking to install. I gotta cut it out of the package somehow with some scissors, preferably. Let's see here. If I were my scissors, where would I be? And the last place I left them, but I really don't know what that is. That's no problem. That's no big deal. Just have to use the box cutter. So I'm going to go ahead and install my solid state drive where I want it. Hopefully this works. Okay. So now all there really is to do, and this is not all, is to slip this into its place. Use my fingers to slide it down in there. I'm going to remove any excess plastic. That would help. But now I'm going to use the screws that came with it to secure the drive in place. Alright, so now I'm going to use what I have here to remove the optical drive. Let's see how this measures up. I really don't like the way it measures up, but I'm just going to put it in there and use it anyway. See if I can use this piece on there. As a matter of fact, I can use this piece on there. Let's see what I could do about getting it off. Of course, it's proprietary. I can't get it off. So we're just going to gently push it in from the front. Connect the optical cable. Let's see. I really would like to have that snap in place though. I really don't want it just laying there and just easily slide out type deal. So let me try and see what these screws are. Like what we got on the back of here, if this thing will focus, is some proprietary Dell screws. Let's see. And I'm going to have to resort to some special tools to get that off, and I'm going to put my device on there. They don't make it easy at all, that's for sure. We lined it up correctly, and we could go ahead and insert this drive. All of a sudden now it doesn't want to fit, but there it goes. Alright. Okay, at least that secures it a little bit for me. It's not perfect, but when if I gotta move or something like that, then of course I would just put the other drives back in. I mean, really, I could just throw this in. I mean, well, if I could supply power to it. So that'll have to do for now. Alright, so that's it in a nutshell. I'm sorry it wasn't in focus, but so I think that's gonna be. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take a keyboard and I have with us too a USB stick for Windows Server 2016. I'm going to put that in, but I'm going to do some stuff before I even get to that. Okay, I installed two 1 GB drives that I'm gonna do a RAID 1 on. I'm gonna start by going into the RAID manager. I think I should do that first. And if you recall on one of my videos, this is where I installed the H I believe 700 RAID card. So I'm gonna hit F2. It's gonna take a minute to get there. Alright, so while I'm here, I want to make sure that I could see the drive that I just installed. So while in setup, it's going to go through this. Alright, I want to take a look at some SATA settings. My 960 GB drive is seen, so that's good. Alright, so boot settings, I'm going to take a look at that. First I'm going to start a hard disk sequence. And I'm going to change that around a little bit. Move that up. Move that up, because what's going to happen is server 2016 is going to be installed on the SATA port A. And we're going to need to get from the USB 8 GB disk to get it going. And let's take a look at the boot sequence. Alright, so that looks good. Now I'm going to escape to exit. I'm going to save changes. The next place I want to go is the is where we do the RAID. I gotta do a whole new 2 RAID 1s, because that's all I can afford to do right now. Alright, I hope the audio is better. Let's see here. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get into the RAID array, and we need to set up a new RAID array. As a matter of fact, we need to destroy all RAID arrays. That means we lose. I had a Server 2016 installation on a RAID 1, and we have to destroy that because we're going to install it on the solid state drive. So it's loading. Control R. Alright, so since we were in the RAID array, we got here just in time. I'm going to go to F2 operations. Actually, I don't want to do it there. Let's see. Alright, now that I have the virtual disk selected, I'm going to delete the virtual disk. Disk scale will be lost. We're going to go ahead and delete the data on that disk. Alright, now we have no configuration present. Okay, we have 4 physical disks. I'm going to start with a RAID 1. Let's see here. We have a couple of different RAID options on this H700, PERC H700. So I want to see what does RAID 10 do. And is that something I could use? Alright, so I'm going to take a look at this. I have 2 disks. At 1 terabyte apiece. And let's take a look at Can I do a RAID 10? No. That won't work because I only have so RAID 1. I'm going to start with a RAID 1. And I'm going to call that that's going to be the end drive. Okay. Okay. Alright, now you gotta figure out how to get these other 2 unconfigured disks. All right. All right, so I'm gonna get out of this, come back in it, and then do the other RAID array. I was under the assumption you could do it once. I'm gonna exit, press Control Alt Delete to reboot, and then we're gonna go back into the RAID array to the RAID H700 RAID screen to set up the 2 single terabyte disks that I have for this. It's gonna take a while to configure memory. Oh well. Control R. Alright. Now we got 2 unconfigured disks that we gotta add. We're going to create a new virtual disk, and this is going to be a RAID 1. Call it O drive. Alright, it's great. You want to exit. Press Control Alt Delete to reboot. Okie dokie. So now we're just going to let it go through, and hopefully everything should be set up the way I want it to, and it should get off of the card, and not the card, but the USB stick, and it should boot into an installer. We have 2 virtual drives all set up and ready to go. Alright, let's see what we have now. Alright, we're going to start into installing Windows. We should see all 3 drives there when we go to select what drives we're going to install Windows to. Alright, so thank you everybody for watching the video. It was great having you guys on board with me as I did this project. I hope you like it and enjoy it. I hope that you benefited from it, maybe learned something from it. And I ask you to share the video if you feel so inclined to do so. I ask you also to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit the like button or the dislike button, whatever works for you. Once again, thank you and have a great day.